So I'm going to talk about the role of the coach and the child specialist in the whole collaborative process. Because we think that's an important piece to address. When people get divorced, it often raises emotional and psychological pain and strain. And so a coach is a licensed mental health professional whose role is to help the clients to participate in the collaborative process. So we don't act as therapists. The work focuses just on getting through this divorce successfully. And so what a coach does is help the parties manage the emotional or psychological issues that could get in the way of getting through the divorce. Oftentimes people might feel confused or lonely or doubtful or guilty. They might worry, they might have anxiety or fear, or they may be angry or feeling hopeless and even mixed about the divorce. And so part of what we try to do is help people get through that and also help work towards an acceptance that the marriage is ending, because sometimes one party is more ready for the divorce than the other. And so we help the couple prepare for the divorce and even out any kind of differences that might exist as far as people's readiness for divorce. Because people have to be emotionally ready to be able to move forward and negotiate what needs to be done and make decisions. So usually each party has their own collaborative coach, and then they first meet individually with the coach, and then they'll meet with everybody together, the other party and their coach, and then everybody will meet with the attorneys, and there'll be one big group meeting so that everybody can share information. So the other thing that the coach does is help the parties identify what are their goals for now and for the future. Usually, or many times, the goals can include figuring out what is the person's concern, offering emotional support through the process, dealing with feelings of loss or grief or anger, helping with managing the strong emotions that might get in the way of the process moving forward, understanding the dynamics of the relationship between the two people, so that we can look at communication patterns to try to foster more positive communication. Also developing and supporting an effective co-parenting plan and co-parenting skills so that the children are as are affected in the least possible way by the divorce. Also just helping get through the divorce and helping the rest of the team understand what feelings are going on. And then looking at what the roadblocks might be, what might be hard for each party in meeting, in what might be hard to talk about, what do you think the other one might be thinking and feeling, and what are you thinking and feeling. So the goal again is to try to make it as amicable a process as possible. And the other thing we do is help create the co-parenting plan. So after the individual meetings, as I said, we have a four-way meeting with both coaches and the both parties to talk about the issues and focus on what the long-term goals are for you and for your children. So as Greg mentioned, one thing that's important is to think about what you want your children to think about this divorce. What would you like them to say about the divorce 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now? Now there's also someone called a child specialist who can play a role in collaborative. They're brought into the case when it's necessary. The coaches are always a part of the collaborative process, but a child specialist is brought in when there seems to be a need for that. And the child specialist is a licensed mental health professional who has expertise in child development and family systems and has a lot of experience working with families going through divorce. But they are the child's advocate. And what they do is they bring in the child's voice. So they'll be meeting with the child to see what the child's needs are and what their concerns are, and give parents information and guidance on any concerns that might be related to the child or the impact of the conflict on the children. They'll also give information to the team, the other people involved, on anything that might be going on in terms of directing a co-parenting plan. So they'll meet with the children if necessary, and then they'll communicate the child's feelings and needs and concerns, and that will influence decision making. So all this information is communicated openly. And then the child specialist will help the team in, developing that plan. Now, following the divorce, when the divorce is over, the specialist may continue to serve as a consultant to the family on matters that might pertain to the children. So again, as was mentioned, the collaborative process really tries to focus on the future, not on the past. Helping the couple to plan for the future rather than to continue to blame and fight that may have caused the divorce to begin with.